Welcome to a nighttime edition of, we're going to call it Shop Talk Knife Maintenance. I don't think I showed y'all my new light, my new work light here. Master Sergeant brought this over the other day. Just for nighttime work. Let's plug it in. Some of the videos get a little dark, so there we go. How about that thing? Is that cool or what? Alright, let me show you right quick some works in progress. These are glued up. Glued them up this afternoon. Epoxy's almost dry. I can start working them. And here's some more in progress. Duke over at Worm Getter, there's yours. Should be ready tomorrow, I hope. This is one I'm working on for my buddy Walt. BK Justice, that's yours. The world famous J00. I'll explain what that one is in a little bit. That one may be a surprise, so I won't say. And I forgot who that one's for, but I have it wrote down. Alright, we'll set the camera right here. How we doing? Alright, we'll talk a little bit this evening amongst the rambling about knife maintenance. I think I've done one of these before, and how to sharpen, how to take care of anything that I make. And I think I did, but I'm not sure, so let's just go ahead and do another one. If I did, it wasn't very in-depth. So, we'll start with my camp knife. A little story behind this one. I was out cutting grass yesterday. Finally got my mower fixed. And let me tell you about that right quick. I didn't video fixing the mower. Just had to put a spindle on it, just 4 bolts, and take it off, put it on, put the belt back on it, no big deal. Ordered the part from a place that was highly recommended by a guy that I consider one of the best fixer-upper small engine guys I've ever seen. So I looked up the part, ordered it online, I got the wrong part. Yeah, okay, you know, that happens, I understand. So I called them instead of trying to reorder online. Took my old part, read the part number to the guy, and I said, this is the part I need. This is the part you sent. He said, oh, well, we're sorry about that. Well, the part you actually need is $7 more. I said, okay, no problem. You're going to charge my card or whatever, send me my part. Okay, so he said, okay, we'll send you a return label and your new part. I said, okay. So 3 days later, here comes my new part. Opened it up, said, oh boy, I can cut grass now. The exact same part they sent me the first time, even after I read him the part number, and he looked it up. Excuse me. So, got a little irritated, called them back. And they said, that's the right part. I said, no, it is not. So I read her back. It was a lady this time. Read her back the part number. And she said, oh, well, that's the part you need. I said, well, yes, I know this. Pardon me. So anyway, after over 2 weeks dealing with these people, I finally got the right part. Since they did make it right and they wasn't ugly to me or nasty, I'll order from them again. You know, just I know things happen. But anyway, that's a little story. So while I was cutting grass, my son-in-law has kept right around the house and the side yard and all cut for me with his push mower. And the rest of the yard basically went to weed. About knee high, looked bad, so I just took off through there mowing. Somehow, I don't know how, right next to one of my little pine trees, there was a big piece of a bed sheet. Now where it came from, I have no idea. It was green, it was in the green grass. I didn't see it, I ran over it. And of course it wrapped just all around the blades underneath the deck. So, got my trusty camp knife, and went to whacking on it. It took about 30 minutes to cut it all out of there, and I beat it and banged it up against the metal, against the blades. And needless to say, it's dull. It might cut a stick of butter, maybe. But I'm going to show you how to sharpen them right quick. Now, all the knives I make are high carbon steel. I don't work with stainless almost never. So they will rust. If you don't take care of them, they will rust. It's not a flaw in the knife or anything. It's just the fact that high carbon steel will rust if you don't take care of it. Now, since this one's so dull, usually you can just take a leather stroke, piece of leather, or I made one big piece of leather that's glued to it too before. Usually you can stroke it back up and it'll sharpen them up, or use a butcher steel. But this one's in pretty bad shape. So what I'm going to use this water stone right here. Got two water stones. Basically the same thing. I'll move the camera down here. Got a pan of water. Set them down in that water. Now see those bubbles coming up? That's soaking up water. Get us an old rag. Still out of the way. And what that water's going to do is keep your surface clean. So keep cutting. Let me see. Let me get this set up like I want it here. Turn it this way. I know I'm all thumbs. Alright, just turn the camera down here. Can you see that? You can actually hear the air coming out of this little stone here. That's pretty cool. Take our water stone. Alright, lay that blade flat down on there. And come up till you find the angle. And I go about 5 strokes on each side. Some more water on it. Now you can also do this in the sink. Turn your water on out of your faucet and let it drizzle out a little bit and let it wash it off that way. Now you can feel it cutting that burr off there, the edge. You'll feel the resistance. And when it starts feeling like it's pulled smooth, you've got that burr knocked off of it. And once you feel that, you can start taking your strokes down. 3. 2. Okay, then feel. If you feel any burrs anywhere, a little bit right in here, so we need to work on this side just a little more. Yeah, this side. Okay, now I feel an even burr across this side right here. Okay, so I'm done with this stone here. Now this one is a finer grit. Okay, now we are back sharp. Now that's now that was pretty quick. Alright, it's back sharp, but I feel just a little bit of a jagged edge on there. So, I think I showed these before. These are oil stones. This is a, you can still see it, yeah, Norton USA. I got these as a set when I was 14 years old. I managed to keep them all these years, which was, this year will be 40 years ago, telling my age. These are oil stones. This is an Arkansas stone. You can still get these today. Come from Arkansas. Norton's, they used to have them up at the local hardware where they've got the big knife placing on in there. The last time I was there, I couldn't find the Nortons. They had some other kind of something from China. I don't know if you can get these USA made or not anymore, but this one is just about wore out. The fine side. But you can use this one exactly like the water stone. Got a coarse side and a fine side. But I'm going to finish this blade out with the Arkansas stone. Any kind of oil you want to use, you can use gun oil, vegetable oil, olive oil. I use this regular machine oil. Hammer back down here. Now some people will take oil stones and let them soak in oil, keep them in a container, and that's fine if you want to do that. But I carry these with me sometimes, so I don't go to all that. Do the same thing. You feel just a little bit of resistance. And when it starts smoothing out, you don't have to press down real hard, just keep a light pressure on it and let that stone do the work. Alright. Feels a lot better. A lot more even. Pardon me. Let's get that out of the way. We'll take our homemade leather stroke. I don't know if the camera's picking up. You see them little tiny pieces of leather dust coming off of there? That's that little final end of that burr. Well, we'll get the camera where we want it here in a minute. And just stroke it down until you get comfortable with it, if it's sharp as you want it, which that's good right there. Or you can take a piece of leather like this, same thing, or your belt if you wear a leather belt. And I have used to use all the time, especially back in the Army days. Get down in the field, need to sharpen your knife. You can't carry all that stuff with you. Using leather boots, we stroke them on our boots. Works just as well. And there we go. Sharp enough. Now I could get it sharper if I want to, but for a working knife, something you're gonna work with all the time out in the yard, like I did this one, that's plenty sharp enough. Now, hang on just a minute. Well, I can't find it. What I was looking for, I've got a little tin of deer tallow. The tallow that I rendered down back last fall. Somewhere, I don't know where it's at, but it's right around here somewhere. You know, when you get everything sharp, put your light coat of oil on it. If there is any rust on there, take a piece of steel wool, rub it off of there. You can use this kind of oil, any kind of oil you want to use. You can use deer tallow. You can use beeswax, which is what we're going to do on this one. Just going to rub a little bit on there, like that. Paper towel or a rag. Just down here we can see what I'm doing. You warm it up a little bit, it'll spread on there easy. The wax will anyway, the beeswax. I think a rag work a little bit better. I'll take that rag. There we go, now that's good. Put your small, real light coat of that beeswax on there. See there, I almost cut myself. There we go, sharp, ready to go back to work. Now, as far as stroking your blades, you got a leather sheath like this one, you can also use that. And y'all probably seen there's YouTubes and different posts of using the bottom of a coffee cup. That works. The windshield, the door glass on your car, roll it down a little bit on your truck. That works too. Pardon me. So there we go. Knife maintenance. Now, a fellow named Mark over at Hoosier Hares and Homestead asked me about that. So Mark, there you go. Y'all run over and check Mark's channel out. Real nice guy. Got some good gardening videos. Just all around good guy. Like-minded with the rest of us. I'll leave a link to his channel there if y'all want to go over and check him out. Tell him hey. Alright, so that's about it for knife maintenance. Clean up our oil stone before we make a mess with it. Now too, if you get a blade that's bad boogered up, you get chunks and chips out of it, you can use a file if you need to. If you have one, a belt sander sometimes comes in handy with a fine belt on it if you need that. Alright, I want to say too, thank you to all my new subscribers. We picked up a few here in the last couple weeks. Thank y'all very much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Glad to have you. What else was I going to say? Another question. Yes, I am going to do some more outdoor videos. It won't be too much longer. Seems like this heat wave's about to break. Won't do anything on fishing here in the near future. They're calling this week. Last night they were calling for 20 to 22 inches of rain over the week here, which is really, it sounds like a lot, but for us it's really not a big deal. We had 25 inches of rain in 2 days, about probably 10 or 15 years ago. The river flooded, a lot of places flooded, made a big mess, but right here where I live, excuse me, now we're high and dry, no problems at all. It can rain all it wants to, pardon me, man. I got started late this morning, got out here in the heat of the day, got hot and had to take a long nap. That's why I'm up here tonight. That's why I'm drinking coffee this time of night. But yeah, that rain is going to put a damper on any fishing for a while. So I'm not quite ready to go yet, but it won't be long and I will be. I'll go ahead and start talking about it now. Got a big trip coming up this fall. We're going up north. I'll tell y'all where I'm going when I get there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real good. We're going to have what do they call it up there in them hills? A hootenanny? Or a hillbilly bash or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what y'all call it. But we're going to have a good time. Let's see. What else? I guess that's all. Y'all take care of yourself. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll see you in a day or two.